Yes, sir. So last time we saw mass movement, right? Now we'll see erosion. Erosion. This erosion will mostly have transportation, breakdown, and deposition. And here we use a term called ex situ. In situ means in that place, ex situ means outside the place. So when I am transporting it to another area, it is called as what? Erosion. Now, erosion, if it is done by river, have you heard deltas? Have you heard valleys? Yes, waterfalls. Now, waterfalls is done by erosion. Delta is done by deposition. When a river deposits the sediments, it becomes delta. When a river breaks the sediments, it becomes waterfalls. So, waterfalls is one landform, delta is one landform. Now, if a river forms any landform, it is called fluvial landform. Okay, it is called fluvial landform. If it is done by wind, it is called Aeolian landform. Fine. Wind, if it forms a landform, it is called Aeolian. If underground water forms a landform, it is called karst landform. Glaciers, if they form any landform, it is called glacial landform. And if sea waves does anything, it is called coastal landform. Just names, okay? So you write below erosion, hyphen. It is a denudational process. Denudation means breakdown. It is a denudational process which includes transportation, breakdown, and deposition, ex situ. Next, different components are involved in these erosion. Based on it, Based on it, it is divided into. It is divided into. Write these ways. Fine. Okay. Now, I told you to bring NCERT. Yes. Open. Take one. Everyone? Yes. Open, like, landforms. Landforms? Yes. In that, can you see rivers? Rivers, next page. In that only one. See, they have given rivers. Next page, you see. Geomorphic processes. Next. Okay. Next. Next. Yes, this one. What is the name? Landforms and their evolution. That chapter, page number 50. Yes. In that, can you see rivers one? The first one. 46, 47 in few. You'll have this. Landforms and their evolution. That chapter you see. One page behind. In that, you can see running water. Running water is river. From last 15 years, there are no questions on these chapters. Okay. Let me tell you, this is all optional level, to be frank. Now, what is the case? 2011, we had before 2011, one optional paper and GS paper for prelims. Okay, optional GS for prelims. And mains, we had 2 optionals. That was how syllabus was. So, at that time, GS paper had 200 questions. Now we have 100, at that time 200. And out of 200, almost 80 to 100 questions used to come from optionals. Every optional subject, some questions used to come. We used to read PSAR also, geography also. Every optional, some questions used to come. At that time, people used to study optional textbooks. And then questions used to come on all these aspects. Post 2011, first thing what changed was CSAT. CSAT came, optional was removed in prelims. Second, 2013, mains got changed. In the mains also, what they did, one optional they kept, another optional they removed. So after that, these type of questions have not come. Okay. So normally faculties are paid hourly. So because of this, if I increase the number of hours, I'll get more money. And easily we can spend some 8 to 10 hours on this chapter, landforms, showing you every picture, how it is formed, making you draw. That's how it increases. But what I believe is, whatever is in your notes, you trust it and you read it multiple times. And I want you to ensure whatever is in notes is very important. Remaining, you can give glance. See, out of 15 years, not even once they have asked a question. On that chapter, if you are spending more time, it is of no use. You can spend on other areas from where you get more questions. Okay. So my point is, from this topic, what you should do, running water is there, no? Next page you see erosional landforms. Can you see? Erosional landforms. In erosional landforms, valleys, potholes and plunge pools, okay, incised meanders, river terraces. Can you see those words? Now what I want is, before prelims, one and a half month before prelims, if you take the book and write erosional landform names and then depositional landforms names, okay. Similarly, you see next page, you will have groundwater, page 51, groundwater. At the bottom you see groundwater. The next page of groundwater, again you will see erosional landforms, depositional landforms. Just names of this. Don't go to greater depth. Just names of it is enough. Okay. Whatever is important I will be doing. But entire chapter, because river, so many features are there. This so many feature is there. Everything they take 2 hours and try to teach. Because of which notes increases, but that part won't come. And second thing is, it is difficult also, because here you have to by heart. So you will put extra effort in doing. And to scare you, what they will do, test series also they will try to include as many as possible. You are preparing for an exam. You are not preparing for a subject. There is difference in these two. Optional level you have to do. When you are preparing for a subject, right? When you are preparing for an exam, you should focus on the areas from where questions are coming. Should we put extra effort in that or not? So NCERT is enough for this particular thing. That too names, as I told. Okay. So because once you go out, when you see others' books or something, you should not be scared that this is not taught. I have not come across these terms. You should be confident enough that yes, these questions are not coming, so I am fine. Not only my subject, any subject for that matter, like just one thing, any topic if you see, achha, this is taught to him, this is taught in other institution. When you see that, first thing you do is, are questions coming from that area or not? If questions are not coming, faculties might have spent time on those aspects. If you see other institutions, they will not talk about what you call high pressure, low pressure, those things they won't teach. They directly go to the point, high pressure to low pressure. I have spent more time there because only because of that climatology will be easy for you. Else it would be difficult. So everyone has their own approach, but just telling you, don't be scared of this particular topic. Till now I am doing everything. This I don't want to spend more time. Rivers I will do, because rivers questions will come. We'll do in detail about rivers. Other aspects we can leave. Now fine. So that's why I wanted you to bring the book. Just from this, like if you can write down the names, that is enough. Okay. So now, with respect to rivers, guys, you can write heading as drainage systems and patterns. Drainage systems and patterns. First, river channel. You write river channel. Yes, rivers can flow in straight course. Just 2 minutes. Whenever you have a rock, okay, and the rock is like this, gap in the rock is like this, can I say river has to flow in this gap only? So because of this, what is going to happen now? Let us say wherever in this room you have those cracks, there if I make it little big crack, if I pour water, there is a tendency of water flowing only in that particular thing. So whenever hard rocks are there, rivers normally flow straight. Second, when slope is steeper, please understand, if I pour water here, water don't go like this, it goes straight. Okay, so straight is when river is faster, straight is when they are moving in a rock. Second, little bit gap if it is there, the river starts flowing like this. This is called as sinus course. Straight course, sinus course. If gap is there little bit, it starts going like this. And you see, steep, straight, gentle, it will go in sinus form. Flat, what will happen? River will start going like this. What is this called? Meanders. Yes. Further, the river starts going like this. Completely. It is incised meander. And sometimes, you see, this and this will join. Over a period of time, these two will join. This part will be left. This is called Oxbow Lake. Okay, name says river can go in straight course, river can go in sinus, it can be meander, incised meander. Based on what? Slope. Right? Steep slope, straight. Gentle slope, sinus. Horizontal, meandering. Okay, can you draw? Fine. Next. cycle of fluvial erosion. This river is divided into three parts: youth, mature, and old. A person by name Davis say, river is like human life, not your life or our life. 18th century life. Okay, not Gen Z style. Telling his situation was different. Now, what does he say? Sediments is like money. Okay, sediments is like money. Erosion is earning. When you erode, you get sediments. That means it is earning. Deposition is spending. So he says, youth stage, river moves faster. As river, don't write on the table. Okay, so when rivers flow straight, erosion will be more, deposition will be less. Youth stage, earnings are more, spending is less. As I told, not Gen Z, like earlier, people when they were working, savings were more, expenditure was less. Mature stage, it would be like this. See, the river hits here. So what is going to happen? There will be erosion. This side there will be deposition. There will be erosion on one side, deposition on the other side. Mature phase, once people get married, income is equal to expenditure, according to him. Okay. Old, only expenditure. That means only deposition, no erosion. You see, youth stage, erosion is more than deposition. Mature stage, erosion is equal to deposition. Old stage, deposition is more than erosion. Now, these are the three stages: youth, mature, old. When will you have youth stage? Youth stage will be there in steep slope. Gentle slope will create mature stage, and flat will create old stage. And when you are in the old stage, what happens? River, let us say in a glass we add soil. Okay, glass of water we add soil. Some particles will dissolve. Some particles will settle down. Some particles will float. Okay, so when river is flowing, many particles settle down, but some particles will be floating. Now this water, when it enters into the ocean doesn't allow dust particles to come. So all those dust particles will settle near the mouth of the river. You might have heard of a term called delta. What is delta? Near the mouth of the river when it is about to enter into the ocean, it will deposit all the sediments on the land and go. That is death of a river. We also, when we die, whatever we have earned, we will leave and go. That is what he tried to tell. Davis has made river life into three stages: youth, mature, old. Okay, so they'll talk about these. You write below: cycle of fluvial erosion. Davis has analyzed the life cycle of a river into three stages. First one, youth stage. Youth stage. Hyphen. Wherever there is steep slope, wherever there is steep slope, comma, rivers will follow straight course. Rivers will follow straight course. C-O-U-R-S-E, course, and there will be more erosion. Straight course, C-O-U-R-S-E, course, and there will be more erosion compared to deposition. Compared to deposition. Second, mature phase. Mature phase. Hyphen. When the rivers flow in gentle slope, it will follow sinus course. Sinus course, where erosion is equal to deposition. Next, old stage. Hyphen. When rivers are about to reach the ocean, the areas will be almost flat. Areas will be almost flat. First, in this region, the rivers will make intense meandering. First, just before the river enters into the oceans, it will deposit sediments. Then it forms deltas. Okay, so this is about youth, mature, old terms. Next, you write deltas and estuaries. Deltas and estuaries. So see here, when a river starts flowing, it will break the mountain. Whatever sediments are available, it will carry, and it will deposit most of the sediments. But by the time it comes here into the ocean, as I told you, it cannot enter. Okay, so what happens, you say, let me say this is a river, these are sediments. Now the river is flowing. At the mouth of the river, just before entering, it deposited all the sediments. Next time when the river comes and hits, it splits into two. Now again, when there is deposition, next time this split, later this split, and then this. Can we say initially river was like this? Over a period of time, rivers became like this. This is called distributaries. If a river joins another river, it is called tributary. If a river breaks into two, it is called as distributary. Now can I say I got 5 distributaries here? No, this will be one shape. This is called as what? Delta. Delta. So what is delta? Here, just about, like, the river is about to reach, what is going to happen? Lot of sediments will be deposited. These deposits are called as what? Deltas. Now you tell, when the river comes like this, can I say the gap between the mountain and the ocean is very less? So the river cannot deposit all the sediments effectively. So what is going to happen? You will have less area. When deposits are in more area, we call it as deltas. When deposits are in less areas, we actually call it as estuaries. Okay, the only case is like this. See here, I have a mountain, the river will keep flowing and it will distribute. It will take more time, spread easily. Here, when gap is less, what is going to happen? It just flow down. The moment it flows down, deposition will be less. So it is called as what? Estuaries. Do you recollect Western Ghats? From Western Ghats, okay, 2 rivers will flow. One will flow on the eastern side, another one will flow on the western side. So eastern side flowing rivers, Krishna, Godavari and all, they will form what? Deltas. West flowing rivers will form what? Estuaries. Okay, so now these estuaries, you write down first, deltas and estuaries, hyphen, near the mouth of the river, sediments mostly are deposited on the land. This would lead to deltas. Next paragraph. Whenever the deposits spread in large area, then it is delta. And when it covers less area, It would be estuaries. Example, east flowing rivers will form deltas. East flowing rivers will form deltas. And west flowing will form estuaries. Draw this, guys. You see here, estuaries, whenever tides come, salt water come easily. Okay, when tides come, salt water fills it. You write below types of deltas. In a circle, if you take an arc, can you see? It looks like arc of a circle. So it is called arcuate delta. Okay, and some deltas, you see, this is arcuate delta. Okay, and some will look like bird foot. They look like bird foot. So it's called as what? Bird foot delta. Some Godavari river and all, what do? They actually expand like a loop, we call. Okay, so just see India map. Everyone, this is how India should be. But can you see this expansion? Some part has come out. That is basically called as lobate. If some deposits have occurred in the ocean, it forms extension. That is called as what? Lobate. You see here? Kaveri river. Can you see extension? Okay. So that is called as what? Lobate. last one, you see estuaries. You see, the river just spreads and no sand deposits at all. And ocean water can come on these. They'll be called as what? Estuaries. See, this would be like estuary. Estuary is smaller area. All this is deposits. I told you they keep splitting. These are the deposits. So when deposits are very clear, it will be delta. When there are very less deposits, it is estuary. Okay. So write types. First one. Arcuate delta. Hyphen. When the deposits spread in the shape of arc. Example: Ganga, Nile, Amazon. Next, bird food delta. Hyphen. When the deposits are similar to bird food. Example: Mississippi. Mississippi. Fine. Lobate delta. Hyphen. When the deposits extend the land, in lobe shape, LOBE, lobe shape, then it is lobate delta. Example: Godavari delta. Godavari delta. Next, quadrilateral delta. Quadrilateral delta. When deposits occur because of distributaries in quadrilateral form, then it is quadrilateral delta. Example, Kaveri Delta. Draw these guys.